Hey everyone and welcome. In this new video, we return to talk about indicators and their use in trading. Now, we all know oscillators and indicators are widely used tools, especially by discretionary traders, and they're often used as confirmations or even generators of market entry or exit signals. But we also know that most traders lose money in the market. So, wouldn't that mean that maybe the indicators are useless? Well, we're going to be trying to answer this question from the perspective of a systematic trader. Now, today we'll focus on the ADX indicator. That's one of the most famous indicators used to measure the trend of a market. And we'll see if this indicator, if it can help us in our trading or not. One of the coaches at Unger Academy here. And as always, before we start, I'd like to ask you to please support us by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel by clicking on the notification bell so that you can stay updated on the release of all our new videos and content. Thank you. So as systematic traders, all we can do is start by coding a trading system. Do you have to be a programmer to do that? Absolutely not. In fact, at Unger Academy, we have a proprietary tool that can generate codes in easy language for platforms like TradeStation and MultiCharts. This software is called Composer, and it allows us to generate the code for a strategy with a few very simple clicks. For example, we've prepared the code for a breakout strategy, which means it takes advantage of an upward or downward trend in the market. We've added the necessary inputs to make this trading system work on gold futures. The system presents breakout entries based on the high or low of the previous session. We then coded the exits with a stop loss, a take profit, a break even, and an exit after 2 sessions. And now we can generate the code. So just click on Generate Code. Perfect. Under Output, we have the generated code. Now we don't need to understand every single line of this code. We can just simply copy and paste it into the Power Language Editor. Okay, so let's go and open a blank sheet of paper and then copy and paste it. We compile the strategy and simply insert it into our chart. Now, for the sake of simplicity, we've already included it here. So let's go and see what the results of this trading system are. So we have an equity line that grows a little bit. Yeah, the strategy is making about $160,000. But I tell you already, it has an average trade of $60, so that could be a good start, but it's still not enough. And not enough because the trading costs can sometimes be even higher than that average trade. Yeah. Moreover, then the form of the equity is still not so good. In fact, we have an extended period from 2016 to 2019 where the strategy didn't perform well. Now, without going into too much detail about the trading system, we said that this strategy, this method of trading, is based on breakout entries, and it is based on trend following. For example, you can see here that we go short. So we sell a contract when the market seems to be in a bearish trend. And we go long, so we buy when the market seems to be bullish. Now, we haven't talked about indicators yet. But now, why is that? Well, because in Unger Academy, indicators are used not as signal generators, but more as filters. In fact, we could look for a specific trend condition that could help us to filter out the trades that closed with a loss. But now, how can we do that? Well, by inserting our ADX indicator in the code. Again, we're also using Composer to do this part, so there is no need to know how to code ADX in the Power Language Editor. In fact, I take our software back, go to the entry settings, and say, Filter entries based on ADX. Let's click on the check mark, and let's generate the code. Okay, so we copy and paste the output. And then what happens? I'm telling you already, is absolutely nothing. And that's because we have the ADX filter built into our trading system, but we aren't using it yet. In fact, ADX it's a number that can have a value between 0 and 100. And in our case, we entered it as an input equal to 100. you see an ADXTH appeared here, which stands for the threshold value. And using ADX as a filter with a threshold of 100 means absolutely nothing, meaning that we'll only operate in the market if the ADX is below 100. But the fact is that it's always below 100. So to activate the filter, we have to look for those values we want to operate below by filtering out all the others. So we could do a simple optimization to see what would happen if we filtered the trades using the ADX with values ranging from 0 to 100. And this requires only one simple step. We'll optimize this strategy. And to do this, we select our ADX parameter, and we can optimize it from 0 to 100 in steps of 5. And here 21 combinations come out. Yeah, this doesn't take too long. And perfect, the optimization is complete. I'd just like to point out that the number of trades is 0 when the ADX filter is equal to 0. It's like telling the strategy, a trade only when ADX is less than 0. But ADX can have a value from 0 to 100, so if we set the threshold to 0, we'll never trade. In the latter case, ADX equals 100, we'll always trade. So let's see if there is a value worth using this indicator or not. Indeed, we see that both average trade and net profit increase when the value of ADX decreases. So we start at 58 and then steadily increase until we are in this range of 50 to 55. The average trade is going up. And the net profit is also increasing. In fact, in this case, we're filtering about 700 trades since we go from 2,700 to 2,000. We improve the gain, and above all, we reduce the drawdown. And this is an excellent result. As you can see, this threshold, this range of 45 to 60, seems to be a perfect range to go and filter our trades. Indeed, let us use the threshold of 50 as an example. This means that all entries with an ADX above 50 will be inhibited and the performance will be more than reasonable. In fact, with this trading system, which is a really very simple one and requires only 2 clicks, we get results that starts to be interesting. The average trade is indeed approaching $100, and we have many trades and a really non-trivial gain. We could go further into our study. We haven't optimized the exits, the stop loss, or the take profit yet. So, hey, we could go further to improve this system even more. But what I wanted to do is just to highlight in this video the way in which a systematic trader approaches indicators. Did you see how different our approach is? We don't use the indicator to give us the entry signals. We use it to help filter out the worst trades. In this case, we're talking about trades that would be opened when the trend was already very strong. That is above the 50 threshold. And if you would like to learn more and explore these topics in more depth, and perhaps don't have the experience to master the tools presented, then I recommend you click on the link below. And this link will take you to a page where you will find some very useful resources. From there, you can sign up for a free presentation by Andrea Unger. You can get our best-selling book, The Unger Method, covering just the shipping costs. Or you can book a call with a member of our team to receive a completely free strategic consultation. And then finally, I'd like to please remind you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so, and click on the notification bell to stay up to date on the release of all our new videos. And if this video was helpful, please remember to leave us a like as well. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'll see you in the next video with some more and new trading insights. We'll see you soon.